In this video, we'll talk about how to create custom lists in the Palace Collection Manager. Follow these steps to create a list. Step 1. Create a list. Step 2. Populate the list. Step 3. Save the list. Custom lists can be created from the Lists screen. A list must be created before creating a lane. Select the Lists tab at the top of the screen. The List Manager is located on the left side of the screen. Use the drop-down menu to toggle between Owned, Shared, and Subscribed lists. Owned contains lists you own. Shared contains lists you've shared with other libraries. And Subscribed contains lists shared with you. To create a new list, select Create New List under the List Manager. You can automatically add new titles from a specific collection. Select the Add from Collections tab to show all collections configured for your library. You may select one or more collections. Doing so will add anything added to that collection in the future to the list automatically, and that applies to both manually and automatically updating lists. This functionality cannot be changed later. Opting to add items from a collection to a new list will not retroactively add content already in the Collection Manager. Adding titles from a collection is optional and not commonly used when creating lists. To select titles, set search parameters by choosing your criteria under the Search for Titles menu. You can select filters to include books, audiobooks, or both. You can sort the results by relevance, title, or author. For example, we'll search for all and sort by relevance. Under Works to Include, filter by any of the criteria listed, including publisher, subject, author, title, etc. For this example, we'll select genre. You may select the Clear Filters on Search box at the beginning of a search session to reset the filters after each query. This is recommended if you are searching from a list of authors or titles only and will not be building complex search queries. We will not be using this option for our example. Use the drop-down box to choose search facets such as equals or contains and add filters with the Add Filter button. For our search, we will select equals, enter mystery, and then select Add Filter. Once search parameters are set, if not clearing between searches, you can stack filters to build a complex query. For our example, we now have our results for the search for genre equals mystery. Next, we'll add a second search for language equals English. A box will appear that offers two different options. Selecting all of these filters must be matched means search results will only display if both filters' criteria are satisfied. Selecting any of these filters may be matched is a more flexible option that will display items matching any of the search terms. For this example, we will select all of these filters must be matched. Searches can also be limited by using the Works to Exclude function. Filters added here will be excluded from search results. Your results will be displayed in the Search Results box. You may choose to either manually add titles to a list or create a list that will be automatically updated with new materials that meet your criteria. Selecting Automatically Update this list will add all newly purchased items that match the query parameters to this list. The list cannot be updated manually once it is saved. Selecting Manually Select Titles will maintain the list as it was created, and it can be manually updated later. When manually updating a list, search results can either be dragged individually to the List Entries box on the right side of the screen, or they can be added by clicking Add to List Plus. All results can be added to the list at one time by clicking Add All to List. Read more information about each title by selecting View Details next to the title name. Once you've finished creating your list, scroll to the top of the page and add the name of the list in the List Title box, and then select Save List Title. For our example, we will name the list Mysteries. Next, select Save This List on the top right. You can edit and delete lists later as needed. You can add additional titles to a manually created list at any time. Open the list in the List Manager, select Edit next to the desired list, add an item, and then select Save this list. You can also add an item from the Catalog screen. Select an item and then select Lists within that record. Select the desired list from the drop-down menu and then select Add. Lists can be shared with other libraries in the same state. A shared list may be edited only by the owning library. Each library that is subscribed will obtain only the titles that are available to their library. Once shared, a list cannot be unshared or deleted. To share a list, select Edit under the list name in the List Manager, open the Sharing menu, and select Share. You should now have a good idea of how to create lists in the Palace Collection Manager.